Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today me and Nigel are watching this stupid video called Scary TikToks We Should Not Watch Alone. Stupid ad, I will not let you control my life. Anyways, Nigel, what do you have to say?
I just want to say that if you put milk before the cereal, you don't deserve rights. Yeah.
Using Google Earth and finding something creepy in the Ukrainian town of Pripyat. It's a desolate place with a population of 0. However, that doesn't seem to be the case here, as the following shows.
You want a popsicle story? This looks like a place where a pedophile would be. Yeah. Definitely a pedophile.
Maybe this place isn't abandoned after all.
3 dream signs you should never ignore, part 3. Number 1, if you have dreams about losing your teeth, there's 2 different reasons for this. Number 1 is that the dream could be triggered by actual teeth grinding, and number 2 is that it's more of a psychological stress in the dreamer's life. Number 2, if you're dreaming of the house that you grew up in, if you feel anger or sadness, it could be a sign of repressed memories. And number 3, if you have dreams of being lost in a house or building, this indicates that you're not having a clear direction in your life and feeling aimless. Follow for the next dreams.
Yay!
One bone-chilling night in 1973, the 2 young McDaniel children claimed to see a creature lurking around their house. This isn't my typical true crime case.
You ever just love
like
going on a rampage with a sledgehammer?
The father actually didn't believe his children until one night when he heard something scratching at the side of their house. When shining the flashlight, it showed a human-like creature. Mr. McDaniel actually claimed it had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. His story freaked the town out so much that police actually threatened that if he didn't stop talking about this creature, they would arrest him. By the time all of this was over, 5 men actually had been arrested because they fired shots into the air when they thought that they saw the creature.
Guys, come in here.
Why?
What are you doing?
What the hell's that?
Don't move, don't say anything.
That's audio from another video clip.
3 movies based on true events.
Your mom?
First up, we have the movie Aftermath. This movie is based on the true story of Jerry Rice and Janice Rutter. When they bought a home in San Diego, California in 2011, their nightmare ensued. They were a young couple who was happy to start their life together in their new home, but instead of having an easygoing life, things got complicated very quickly. First, small things started happening, like they stopped receiving their mail. Then they got thousands of dollars of magazine subscriptions to their home. And then Valentine's Day cards were sent to their neighbors who were women, with the husband's name attached. Soon, things started to get a lot worse. Strangers started appearing at their home, and they started to get tormented relentlessly. They even found online ads for sex parties at their home, titled The Carmel Valley Freak Show. We have the movie called The Strangers. This horror film was based on the Manson family Tate murders. This movie is also based on a series of break-ins that happened in the director's neighborhood when he was a child. The Tate murders were perpetrated by members of the Manson family in August 1969 in California. I will do a separate video on Charles Manson another time. And the last movie I'll talk about today is The Girl Next Door. This movie is based on the murder of Sylvia Likens. Her death is known as the worst crime in Indiana history. Her life was taken on October 26, 1965, by her caregiver, Gertrude Baniszewski. Two of Gertrude's children and two of their neighborhood friends also played a
Gertrude,
big
that's a
role
funny
in
name.
taking the life of Sylvia. Sylvia was tortured, starved, neglected, and brutally murdered by these people. The movie based on her death was made in 2007. Thanks for watching.
Aw.
This is a true horrifying story of a haunted house in Jumeirah 1. This story was submitted by a family, a mom, a dad, and 3 daughters. The story happened in 2016. Jumeirah 1 is an old area in Dubai. Many houses there are old, though they are very expensive, since they're just a 5-minute walk from the beach. This family moved in a new house with a 1-year lease contract. After organizing furniture, they moved in and the 3 daughters picked the rooms they wanted. On the 3rd night, the youngest daughter, aged 10, came to her sisters crying, saying she doesn't want to sleep in her room anymore. When they asked her why, she didn't want to speak. She then slept with them in another room that night. On the 4th night, she comes back at 1 a.m. crying again, but this time, she seemed petrified. She was shivering, begging not to sleep in her bedroom. One of the sisters gets up and walks towards her room. She bends over to get a peek, while the 2 other sisters were staring at her from behind. This sister got paralyzed from waist up. She wanted to scream for help, but she was not able to move a muscle. And her sisters behind her didn't know that she was struggling. She was frozen in her spot. She fell down a few seconds later and she runs to wake up her parents. She was shouting intensely, explaining what just happened. The father gets up and gently goes inside that bedroom as if someone in there was calling him. He goes in and shockingly closes the door behind him. It was a terrifying moment of silence as the whole family waited for the father outside that door. A minute felt like an hour. He comes out with an agitated face and says, "All of you should leave this house now." The mother knew exactly what her husband was going through. She acted normal. She took her daughters and left the house. Never try fixing a situation like this if you're angry. This is the latest update. The father is fine. The daughters are okay. The whole family is safe and happy in a new home. But just to show you how haunted this house is, in 2018, the landlord decided to demolish and rebuild this house. They were 2 weeks behind schedule because 13 deconstructing equipment were damaged during the process.
Oh.
Here's someone using Google Earth.
Stupid ads. Just for the
Yeah.
Anyways,
Dumb ads.
guys, thank you for watching. Nigel, what do you have to say?
Trust your kids when they say something sticky is going on or spooky.
Good knowledge, Nigel. All I have to say is, shut up. Goodbye.